אוחיון, מה העניינים אוחיון?
There, and right in the post. Yeah. Converged into the post.
Put down the camera, you.
And we got some flare coming in now. Sorry, I'm just trying not to flare them.
When we want clouds, we get the sun.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to welcome Prime Minister Netanyahu to Gracie Mansion, especially the day after Yom Kippur. As all of you, I'm sure, know, there has always been a special bond between our city and Israel. Like Israel, New York City's history has been defined by immigrants who come in search of freedom and the opportunity to build a better life. And like Israel, New York City has remained a target for terrorists who seek to destroy that freedom. In the wake of the 9/11 attacks, the people of Israel stood with us in solidarity, knowing that terrorists are only victorious if they frighten people into giving up their beliefs, their values, and their way of life. That will never happen in Israel, and it will never happen in the United States. I thought President Obama gave an excellent speech in the UN, and he was absolutely right to say that Iran must not be allowed to obtain nuclear weapons. The US and Israel are in complete agreement on that, and I think that Prime Minister Netanyahu made a very compelling case today why a clear red line is needed and why that will help preserve peace. And I'm sure that the US and Israel can work out a common policy in the interests of both nations and in the interests of peace. The fact is, the most painful and tragic lesson of the 20th century was that regimes based on racial superiority and religious hatred can't be trusted to keep their word to the international community. When we say never again, we must mean it. And that requires us to draw certain lines before we reach the point of no return, so that we don't wake up one day and realize that it is too late. Millions of Americans have contributed to building a stronger Israel. I've been proud to be one of them. Last year I went to Jerusalem to help dedicate, in my father's name, a new MDA medical facility, which treats people of all faiths and all nationalities absolutely equally. And on that trip, I did have the pleasure again of visiting with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and his wife is with us today. And I'm honored to have the chance to host both of them here again at Gracie Mansion. Mr. Prime Minister, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you, Michael. You are indeed a champion of New York City, of the United States. You've contributed mightily to both, and also made generous contributions to Israel, and you stand for the friendship between Israel and the United States and the deep sympathies that emanate from this common commitment to freedom. I think that we are at auspicious times, and it's important to be clear and unambiguous about our determination to prevent Iran from getting nuclear weapons. That could be a pivot of history. It shouldn't happen, and it can be stopped if we're clear and resolved about the red lines that Iran must not pass. I've often found myself saying things that ultimately are accepted and are seen as necessary. I believe that many see this today. We're in close consultations with the United States about this issue, about how to practically prevent Iran from moving ahead, how to make them abandon their nuclear weapons ambitions. I believe it's achievable, and we'll continue to work towards that goal. I can think of no better place to think of what it means to have a free civilization. What are the potentials of free people? Than here in Gracie Mansion, next to Mayor Bloomberg and all of you. I want to thank you for your hospitality, Mr. Mayor. I want to thank you for your friendship. It's good to be with you again.
What is it?
Going.